Hello once again, class of 2029. We're now going to get into the process of completing your freshman course selection worksheet. I know you probably have materials in front of you, but please pay attention throughout this video so you don't miss anything. If you do, we're going to be posting this video and the one you watched last week on the high school counseling website under the class of 2029 information. Later in this period, we will be answering your questions. On the screen are the items that we will address today. If you have questions, let your teacher know, and then we can answer those at the end. The green worksheets that you take home today are due back to the guidance office on Tuesday, February 18th. It is especially important that you turn these in because the counselors will be coming to your buildings later that week to help you enter your requests into PowerSchool. On Monday, March 17th, you will receive a course verification sheet that lists the courses for which you are signed up for next year. Any changes should be written on that verification form and turned into the counseling office. Please note it's very important that you think carefully about your course selections. Changes made after spring break will only be honored if space remains in the newly requested course. Event dates are listed on the screen. These are ones that you'd like to mark, that you should mark on your calendar. Make sure that you do attend these events, as these will help you get to transition to high school and find out what Avon High School is all about. Each of you have been given access to the Schoology course for scheduling. You'll find that under your courses, it's the Scheduling 25-26 for the class of 2029. Lots of information is in this course, and I'll be going over that a little bit later on in this presentation. Now let's start going through the different sections of your green course selection worksheet. You will not fill all of this in today, but make sure you know what is to be filled in by watching the video that's currently being shown. The first part we're going to go through is the top area with your name, ID, and career goal. Your name should already be on the form. Make sure you have your form and not someone else's. Be sure to fill in your current career goal. You're not committing to this forever, but it helps your high school counselor understand where you are now. This area includes a place for signatures and phone numbers. Please be sure that these are filled in when you return your worksheet to the counseling office. In this area, you will check the one diploma that you plan to pursue: Core 42, Enrollment Honors Seal, Employment Honors Seal, Enlistment and Service Honors Seal, or the Honors Plus. The Core 42 is a foundational diploma for a variety of post-secondary options, including college, military, or workforce. Enrollment Honors Seal is the most well-rounded diploma to prepare you for four-year colleges. The Employment Honors Seal is geared towards students who want to go to work right after high school or who want to enter into an apprenticeship program or career technical program. Enlistment and Service Honors is geared towards students wishing to be enrolled in a branch of the military or start in public service-like programs. More information about the diploma types is listed in your Schoology course. This section includes the names of your high school counselors, their phone extensions, and their email addresses. Please make note of these. If you have questions, please start with your middle school counselors. If they cannot answer your question, then they will help you get the answers. The high school counselors are currently in the middle of course selection for 2 grades at the high school, and they're very busy, so we want to make sure that your questions get answered as quickly as possible. Is where you will fill in the blanks with your remaining course requests for next year. All students take 7 classes each semester. Your 4 core academic classes in English, Social Studies, Math, and Science should already have been filled in for you. Your additional 1 semester required preparing for college and careers has also been filled in for you, as well as health. Some of you may have additional academic support courses filled in, such as Algebra 1 Lab or English Lab, or ENL courses as part of an IEP or ILP plan. The remaining spaces are left for you to fill in with your choices. Before you start filling things in, please listen to the rest of this presentation. That back side of your worksheet is a place where you should place a check mark next to courses you want to take. You will also need to put those in the empty spaces on the request chart. Let me go through those sections on the back before you do anything else. If you've been recommended for world language, it is listed below the chart. If you choose to take a world language, the specific language and level must be filled in a block in both first and second semester columns. All full year courses must be entered in first and second semester blocks. One semester courses can be entered in either first or second semester blocks. That does not guarantee, however, that they will be scheduled in the semesters entered. Study halls are the only exception. Whichever semester you place a study hall, that is generally where it will wind up in your schedule. Only one semester of a study hall is allowed during the freshman year. If there are two courses, such as biology or biology honors, you should choose which one you would like to take. Some of you have been recommended for honors chemistry and honors physics. You can choose one or the other, or you can take both if that fits into your schedule. Some of you may decide that you'd like to challenge yourself and request for a level change. Information will go out to parents and guardians on Wednesday once we have completed presentations with both North and South Middle School. If you would like to change a course level, please have your parent fill in the form on the Class of 2029 website. This will ask what course you'd like to change and what you'd like to change it to, and then that information will be sent to the department chairs at the high school to get back to you and your parents. I wanted to make a note about early graduation. If you would like to graduate a semester or even a year early, you must meet the requirements of one of the Honors Seal diplomas to be eligible. This will take planning to be sure you complete all requirements. Students on the Core 42 will not be eligible for early graduation. All right, let's take a look at your Schoology course. In this Schoology course, there's a variety of information, and it's one thing that we do want to go through and make sure you understand what's there. When you click on the Welcome to Class of 2029, you'll see our high school counseling team. These are the counselors for next year, and they're here to help you. There's also a video that will show you all of the counselors, and they can introduce themselves if you were to play that. So you can watch that video and find out a little bit more about your school counselors. If we go back to your home page, there's some information on transitioning to high school. We have some information here about the counselors. Again, you can see exactly which counselor based on your last name. They will be your counselor. If you click next, there's some information about some of our other student supports. And then clicking next again, there's our high school bell schedule. We do start a little bit earlier than you do over at the middle school, but we're also out a little bit earlier. So it's good to go ahead and know what some of those are. The next section is about scheduling. So in terms of the scheduling instructions, you've already watched one of the pre-enrollment videos. We had that last week, but it's here in the Schoology course so that you can understand again. It does go through the different checklist of the different steps that you have to turn in. If we move on to the next one, this will go specifically through what you need to do to fill in your scheduling worksheet. So there's lots of information there, and if you take your time, it'll help you to understand exactly what's happening. Our program of studies is also linked here. There are two different programs of studies, and you can click in the links to get to them, or you can scan the QR codes. So this program of studies, the grade 9, this program of studies is specific to the grade 9. It has all of your new graduation requirements and only has the courses that you are eligible to take as a 9th grader. The program of studies on the right is the program of studies that has all of the courses that you can take in high school. Although they're not specific to you this year, they might be something that you want to look at with your family. Next, we have a lot of videos and a lot of information on our graduation requirements and our graduation pathways. So you can click through them, find out a little bit more about what's happening in terms of graduation. There's a video on each of these next 3 sections that does talk about what you need to do to graduate from Avon High School. I'd like to highlight this section, 9th grade required courses. And the reason that I'd like to do that is in each of these 4 core areas, English, math, science, and social studies, there is a video from the department chair welcoming you to Avon High School and talking specifically about what you need to know when it comes to English, math, science, or social studies. These are super important videos, and I really do hope you take the time to go through them. Then below that are the sample course information for what you would need to take each semester at Avon High School, depending upon which diploma you would be choosing. There's a lot of information, and some of it might seem confusing, so it's important that you do go through this. The 9th grade electives are all listed here. And what's really important, again, is that you go through them, and there are different videos that department chairs have put together so that you would know what it is that you would be taking and what electives you can choose. I'd like to highlight that there are multiple videos in some of these that will help you with what you are going to choose and what the courses are like. Since you have just a course description, it's important to kind of take a look at what these courses will be and what they could do. I'd like to highlight a couple of videos. Our Family and Consumer Science electives, they have given you a video to understand their program. As well, our Visual Arts program, there's a video from our department chair, and then there's a link to other course information. And they have spent a lot of time to make sure that you know what kinds of courses that you can take. Our Performing Arts have created a great video, although that's not a good spot for the video to stop on, but there's a ton of information about the Fine Arts Department and the electives that you can take. Okay, so Schoology is really important because it does help you to go through and understand what you need. So if you have any questions, please make sure that you do let us know. Thank you. If you have any questions, please make sure that you let your teacher know, and your teacher will let your middle school counselor know, and then it will get to me and I can answer all of your questions. I will be typing up a document after I receive questions that will also place in Schoology for some frequently asked questions that you have. I thank you very much for listening, and please, if you have any questions, reach out.